Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamentals series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So today is going to be the next step of the open counter-hit timings that we had been exploring last week. So what to briefly recap that, the idea was that as we get more and more down this rabbit hole of being okay with being plus and observing how our opponents are reacting, we eventually need to learn how to break open turtles. There are going to be players that are incredibly patient. And when you are playing with someone who's incredibly patient, the main disadvantage or problem that you're trying to solve is the fact that you no longer have on the table an easy access to strong counter hits, which is the whole strength of Bryan, right? If you play against a player that sometimes is going to mash, if you can just suss out when that mash is going to come, you can get a forward 3, a big 3+4, anything like that, right? But if a player is very patient in all these situations, they just never give you that opening at all. You need to find a way to force that to happen still. And what we were exploring last time was the idea of opening up the counter hit timing, right? You back one or something, and then you run in their face a little bit. You run in their face a little bit, and then you forward 3, right? And the idea is that you're counting these, and you're trying to see okay, at this point, are you going to press, right? The thing is, a lot of players that are very patient on the block are also going to be patient in this situation. So you need to expand that with a little bit more. And that's why I want to try and introduce Hatchet Kick into this mind game. Now, one of the reasons why Hatchet Kick is pretty good here and is actually not the same as if we just did it right after the back one, and I want to illustrate this to you now, this is what my thought process is. I'm curious to hear what other people's thoughts are, but the idea here is that let's say I'm back one, right? And my opponent might decide to sidewalk. And of course I can choose to, do a hatchet or something, but the point being that, maybe they don't always sidewalk, right? So sometimes I just do this and now I'm minus, right? Or do this and I'm minus. And I want something that covers that option. And Bryan doesn't really have a whole lot of lows besides down 4 that's going to catch this. Because if I go for a hatchet immediately, I get stepped, right? And I believe this happens the other way too. I'm actually not... Let's just confirm that together. No. So it's when they go to the left specifically that you can walk it, right? So why is it good then? This is not the best example because they walk for a really long time, right? Most people are not going to hold it for that long. But the idea is watch if I walk up towards my opponent and then go for the hatchet, right? By dashing into their face, you're going to realign. And to be transparent here, if I just do it once, they're still going to walk it. And the reason for that is because they're still walking, right? But the idea is eventually they'll stop walking or something, right? And then, hell, you could do this and then, jet upper them or something because they're still walking. So the idea is that, though, by dashing to their face, you're actually canceling, as long as you're dashing, you're canceling and realigning the effects of that walk. So not only are you making yourself a little bit safer from that, if that's what they chose to do after your plus frames, but also you're going to be able to still play this kind of scary mind game from an open timing, which is the whole point that we're trying to do, is that at the end of the day, someone that's just going to sit and take this the whole time, and we give them a hatchet, right? This is much better than just oh, okay, you didn't do anything, and I guess we're still back to neutral, right? We have to get something out of it, and that's sort of the point of this, is that you're trying to introduce a certain level of urgency to the opponent. It's okay, my cost for standing and holding this block was I ate Hatchet Kick, right? Therefore, next time I have to consider something else. So that's the idea. It's pretty simple. I do want to stress that, again, this is only something that we really need to be trying on players once you realize that they're worth doing this against in the first place. There are going to be players that, you start off and you throw out a back one and they mash Power Crush every single time, right? Or something to that effect. And if that's the case, we're not going to make it to that point against those opponents. But there should be plenty on the ladder. I have confidence that will keep giving us chances to practice this. Creole, good to see you.
Get ready for the next battle.
And that's okay. It works for some people. Alright, so we have an Armor King. Who is a Mishima main, maybe? Alright, so I'm going to hold the block here. I don't want to be too far from him. He immediately goes for the low. That's interesting. And notice they're actually kind of going for that same idea. And notice, in this situation, he's actually ducking there. And now he goes to the left. Or goes to our left. Okay. Nice. Caught us. That's alright. Alright, so they're going for the one break there. I went for two. Nice. Good block there. Yeah, that's probably true. Nice. I'm trying to keep him at the wall here. Nice. And I'm trying to kind of deal with that movement, right? Nice. You can tell that they're praying a little bit faster. That's okay. I'm going to go for the one break. Okay. Nice. Nice instant. Alright, I'm just going to go for this. Oh, nice. Good stuff. I'm going to kind of just be a little bit careful here. Good block there. Okay. Go for 4-3. Ooh, he pressed. Alright, he tech rolled. Okay. I'm just going to hold the block. Oh, he went for a giant swing. Nice. That's scary. Whoa, that tornadoed me. We're not good. That's not good for us. Yeah, he's going to the wrong way now. So we immediately take that read. I saw him go to the left there, probably because of the side switch. So I immediately went Hatchet into jet upper because the jet upper will track that. Nice. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that girl. Good to see you, Vic Twain. I'm just going to hold, even if he leaves with a low. They tend to step, you notice. So because of that, I am starting to give them, like, something to think about there. And that, you can tell that duck, they just kind of, like, not gave up, but just, like, their brain shut down for a second there. Which is okay, that happens sometimes. You're like, what's happening? Okay. I'm holding one. I mean, two. I'm just gonna go for this. Nice. Oh, that's not good for them. Oh, that throw. I was thinking they might do something, which is why I chose to orbital there. Attack. Oh, the Bryan round. The string's minus 14. Okay. Gotcha.
Ready for the next battle.
Minus 14 privilege is something I sometimes don't realize how much of we have. Well, Creole, when we lab Armor King, we'll find out, I guess. But if he B steps, you can step. Got it. I think that kind of makes sense. Like, cover the step with the last hit of the string. Gotcha. I wonder, there might be some timing to, like, step... No, never mind. I was thinking, like, if you step and press a button, but you're stepping on the timing of them entering B step to begin with? I see, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to those types of, to stance transitions like that. Sometimes. But that was a good set of games. Like, you can tell that in that situation, our opponent was stepping a lot in those interactions, and because of that, it was very fast paced, and we didn't really need to, like, slow down and use these movement feints all that much because they were already trying to hit us, right? So I think that's what I mean in the sense that, like, you know, we didn't apply it there, and that's okay. Armor King's always been pretty balanced, Krill. They have a little bit of everything, which I think for a new player can be overwhelming, but from on paper, it's not too bad. Like, they've just got some really strong combination of options, right? They don't have quite the rabbit hole of throws that, like, King has, but they've got the really strong mix-up of Shining Wizard and Giant Swing. But then they also have, like, they have, like, a mini electric and wave dash situation. So they're just a solid character, I'd say. Jet, good to see you. Doing okay. Buckling down for this winter storm that's hitting the hitting most of the U.S. right now. Oh, we disconnected. Let's see what's going on. This happens sometimes. If this happens again, if it disconnects again, I'm gonna restart the game because I found that seems to be the fix for this situation. Yeah, exactly, Krill. He's a toolbox character. Yeah, I suspect that's usually what this means. So if you ever see this at home, try and yeah, it's probably a Steam error. So just kill the game, restart. It's teammates. That's good, Jet. Hopefully you're staying warm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That we have to do this now in Texas of all places. Game starting. All right. The fact it took that long to start back up makes me think that's probably was the right move. Well, it's a little bit annoying. I lost all my Devil Gym recordings.
Bryan Fury. Devil Jin.
So into the next one. Like we said, we're gonna, just like we did with that Armor King, we're gonna feel them out, right? We're gonna feel them out with various moves and see how they react. I think a follow-up to this is relying a little bit more on down 4 for the same level of mind games. But we shall see. But yeah, you were saying Bryan you think is more impressive. I think Bryan, in the hands of a really good player, can be pretty crazy to deal with. I think it's kind of like, I feel like assuming you can block Snake Edge, which I can't even block Snake Edge very well. That's one of the things I'm not super good at. But like, with Bryan, when you start off, when you have a Bryan that's just doing this over and over again, the secret is actually you have to press. The secret is you kind of need to press because all of that's fake. But then when you end up with, like, when you get more and more to the very patient Bryans, or not the very patient Bryans, but like as the skill level goes up, then the answer becomes don't press, if that makes any sense. It's like one of those things that like let Bryan hang himself, so to speak. Let Bryan put himself into a bad situation, like say this on this on block or something, and you know, now he's in a bad situation or something. You know, like with Bryan, you start off like he's being disrespectful, so you need to deal with it, and then as you move on, like you have to start slowing down because the Bryans are kind of waiting for you to mash. Alright, we have an Alyssa. Alyssa's can be pretty crazy. We also don't want to give them too much room, so I'm actually going to stay in her face. Notice she's just kind of getting in there. Okay. Okay. Nice. We're okay. We're okay. And you can tell that I'm kind of taking my time with this player. Because Alyssa's crazy, right? They actually don't know how to get up. They're just kind of like, they know about the down 3+4, which is great, but other than that, they kind of don't know what to do. And I'm kind of just taking my time here. Like, I'll go for this throw here, just to give. Nice. Notice how crazy this Alyssa plays? Oh, nice. Like, they spring kick in those opportunities, like, they go pretty crazy. Oops. And see, I do a small dash in because this Alyssa wants to mash. And I know it's just going to work, right? And now they're dead. I mean, that's true. Her damage is really high, but like we're fine, right? We're doing okay.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, that's fine. Just make sure we get that punish. Go for this throw. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And notice how just like kind of locking them down when we have that feeling that they're gonna panic. you can see, like, at some point they do slow down. They're like, oh man, I'm gonna die. But at the same time, they are very aggressive. Oh man. Nice. Nice! Oh no! Reset! And we ran them over. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, we kind of clock that they're playing very aggressively, right? At the end of the day, this person's a masher. Like, Peter gave me such good advice, which is like, there are players that are actually mashers that are masking, right? His perfect example of a masking masher is Jimmy J. Tran. Jimmy J. Tran is actually a masher because you see him do the craziest stuff. Like, you know how he beat Arslan Ash? The very first time? He beat him with that. He beat him with this setup. Like, that's like a scrubby move, right? He did a scrubby thing against Arslan Ash to take the final guess situation. And the reason he did that is because that's what he actually wants to do, right? He got Arslan, like, convinced that he's, you know, playing solid or something, and then he pulled out the most unhinged, he just played the most unhinged, like, crazy strategy against him. So because of that, when someone is a high-functioning master, right, you gotta be ready for it. Nice. You can tell that they're trying to, like, be solid here, though. Go for this throw. Ooh, they didn't break it. Well, exactly, Creel, but my point is, like, when someone is actually a master, right? Then you can just do things like that, right? And then all of a sudden they're gonna twitch. Sure. It's all fine. And we're just kind of stepping all of the like, the approaches right now. Oh, nice. Oops. I think I must have done a backdash cancel. Sure. See, they're pressing big buttons. Nice. See, power crushes, reversal moves, all sorts of crazy stuff, right? I really like what they're doing, though. They're, you can tell that when I dash in now, they're, like, kind of holding the block. Nice. And so because of that, I have to throw out a hatchet every now and then. Okay. Oh, she turned around. Oh my god, I fell for it. Nice stuff. I thought I had the back turn, and then... Oh man, that's funny. Nice stuff. But you can tell that, you know, they are pulling out all the stops. They're choosing to just go for that reversal, and we can jet operate no matter what happens, so we will go for it. throw. And they stay down every time. The tracking on that's pretty crazy, but I don't know if I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Nice. Nice. Lots of buttons. Nice. One thing they're trying to do is get that distance, right? And she can't break 1+2 throws, I'm realizing, or at least won't break them, so we're going to use them a little bit more. Nice. Stays on the ground again, and then they tag. Okay. You can kind of, like, I'm not overthinking the wall situation too much because they're not overthinking it, so I'm just going to keep following through on the pattern that works for this player, which is hatchet kick into taunt. Maybe low on Roberto. She's definitely starting to press more, but it's mostly after she gets, like... It's mostly after she gets that distance. More so. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can't believe that down 4 missed. Go for this throw. I should have done 1+2, but that's okay. And she doesn't break 1+2. Okay. Billy True, thank you so much for the follow. Good press. Nice. We're gonna go for that hatchet, the soccer get again. Go for this. Get all that free damage going. Cool. We're just keeping the pressure going, right? I will block here. That's lucky. Again, go for the soccer here. Go for this 1+2, get her back to the wall. Do down 4. Nice. Easy enough. Because I realized that their defense is not that good in the sense that they're not adapting it. Like, it's not that unpredictable, right? We've got a read on what the defense is, so we should just cash it in every time. Rather than trying to mix it up and deal with what they're doing. Okay, Moyashi, let me get your question in full now. Can you help me understand sidestepping when you're negative? I set the bot to attack after 2 hits, a fast high, and you practice sidestepping. And sometimes you sidestep right and you're able to punish, other times you can't. You're confused on how hard it is to sidestep right. Do you buffer it? I'll start at the very end. Yes, the way you sidestep is you actually buffer. So what I mean by that is, let's turn off matchmaking, and I can actually show you this. It's easier to do after your own moves to understand what's going on, right? But like, so if I tap up during the back one, it's not quite the same, right? But like during the block recovery of this move near the end, I tap it and I've already let go. If you watch my like screen a little bit, you'll see that like I tap it a little bit near the end of the recovery. The same point that you would press a punish or a follow-up move, you just tap up and you'll buffer it, right? So some of it is just getting used to that motion. Now, the next part is that sidestepping becomes less effective the more minus you are, and more effective the more plus you are, because sidestepping is a move, right? Sidestepping is a move in the sense that it comes out with the same rules as other moves. So if you're -5, your move comes out 5 frames slower, your sidestep comes out 5 frames slower. So if you have a 5 frames slower sidestep, then your character is standing there for an extra 5 frames when they normally wouldn't be, right? So if we use Devil Jin as an example, right? So let's say I do have him set to sidestep left, right? Sidestep left typically works well against Devil Jin, like against Bryan. So let's say I am just +4 and I jab, right? So if I'm +4 and he goes to the left, actually let's have him go to the right, because I think he's more likely to step if we go to the right. So if he goes to the right here, and I do down forward 2, he steps it, right? Easy enough. Well, actually but if I do jab, also if I do jab, okay. If I do like down forward 1, right? If I can play the game, down forward 1 will track this. However, if instead I am -6 or something, let me see if I can manufacture a move where this is doing what I think it is. Like, maybe let's have him go to the left. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, there are going to be moves that that they can or cannot step depending on... There you go. Perfect example. I found one. It's a little bit... It's hard to put concrete examples, but here's a good one. So, with Bryan, if they sidestep to the left and I do jab will catch them when I'm +4, right? When I'm +4, the jab catches them. But if instead I hit them with this, right? Down forward 2, and I press jab, now I'm -6. They're able to step that jab, right? All of a sudden, this exact same scenario, the jab is now missing, right? If I do 2 jabs, right? I'm +1, both hit. I'm trying to think of something else that's a little bit less minus. If I do orbital, which is -4 sometimes, and -5 other times, the jab still hits. But if I'm doing, like for example, it also has to do a little bit with the distancing as well. Like it's not just that, but does that kind of make sense? Where it's like the more minus you are, the better. Whoever's plus, like I don't know. The more minus you are, the more at a disadvantage you are with sidesteps, whether or not you're sidestepping or you're getting stepped. That's essentially the rule of thumb. In Tekken 7, I was given advice by a local player that basically said that you typically don't really want to be stepping randomly after -4. Up until -4, -5 in Tekken 7, you could kind of just throw out sidesteps, but like with Bryan, for example, right? This is, again, a fault of the bot, because the bot doesn't actually block all there. What the hell? Oh yeah, because he needs to be set to block all. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 sec. So if I do 1-2-1, I'm -6, and I used to do that into a sidestep. And Peter, it's because I'm bad at this game. But basically, in short, if you're -6 or worse, or -5 or worse, you probably shouldn't be stepping. That was the advice I was given. I don't know how right it is, but by the worse your frame advantage is, the worse sidestepping gets. The better your frame advantage is, the more likely your stuff is like not gonna get stepped. Good to see you, Peter. All right, let's lock in for a second. So you can see this is a very aggressive arena already, right? They've been very much in our face at the beginning. I'm trying to defend, and that's okay. Wow, that was sick. I'm doing these down back 3s because it's going to go under her stuff a little bit more. Oh, dang it. That's good. What does she do after this? After the hatchet, she steps to the right, possibly because of the wall. But we still got some information that she chose to step after she took that hatchet. So maybe she does it again? Yep, sort of. No, she pressed. Very impressive. And you can tell she's kind of randomly stepping too. She just blocks there, just blocks here, and then waits a little bit actually. So now she's freezing up, see that? So we're doing double hatchets. Dang it. Oh, that was so lucky. Whoa, hitbox. Nice. And she's going immediately for the tracking one in both of those interactions out of her hatchet kick. So I'll keep that in mind. Alright, we'll punish it. Oh, I already have heat. My bad. Do a down 4 here for good measure. That realign's crazy. Alright, we're alive. Yeah, Peter, what Peter's saying of you step, what did Peter you used to say? You used to say step moves, not characters, right? Yeah, you get a feel for it, but you're stepping the moves, not the character. Like when Reina does the Hell Sweep, the reason I'm stepping it is because step beats a lot of the options. I'm doing it because a lot of the follow-ups lose to step. And then she shows me a tracking move, and now I'm like, okay, I won't step, I'll duck, right? That's the risk there. Go for this throw, because she can be aggressive. That was a crazy step. She ran in and walked. Oh, wow. I didn't know she can do that after that. Nice. Crush my jab, that's okay. Immediately presses something after that hatchet. Though I did dash in, so maybe it was in reaction to that. Ooh, okay. I like that option. You can tell that they're trying to make it... Ooh, I pressed. Oh, better lucky than good. She really wants to step here. You see that? She really wants to step there, so we're just not going to let him. That's a good idea, Peter. Ooh, nice. I need to go left, don't I? She's respecting it. Sort of. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, she got me. I honestly think, Peter, that, well, I guess this is talking to everyone. Like, I do think that this person wants to block the hatchet. They don't want to do anything there, no matter how nuts we get, right? And we just need to know how far we can push it before getting in trouble. And I've just learned that 4-3 doesn't work because sometimes they're stepping. Ooh, that worked. Oh, nice. Finally got the timing on that. Nice. Sniper bait, good to see you.
Round 3. Fight.
Nice. So she hasn't finished her down 4-1 2 times in a row now, so next time I see that, I'll try a 4-3. Well, better than doing nothing. Nice. Better than doing nothing, but I did 2 instead of 4-3. 4-2 instead of 4-3. You can 2-3, option select that. Nice stuff. But you can see when their back is to the wall, they are going to go for that walking option. There's that step. There's the tracking. Nice. We somehow got there. I don't think I don't know. Like, I think...
Get ready for the next battle.
Let's think about that for a second. So, I do think that getting used to just, like, doing that dash block and seeing, like, what are you going to do, right? Is a good way to, like, feel out a player like that is so hot and cold. I think that was a good point, Peter. I did it once, and then I was like, nah, they're going to keep blocking. I don't know if that was or wasn't correct. Like, I felt really confident with the way that they were either blocking or walking, but I do think that I'm probably doing it too much rather than too little right now, as far as, like, that aggression. Figuring out where that boundary is.
Round 1.
It really is sniper. What do you do after that? They come in. We do the down 4 option here because they are running away, right? Alright. I'm just gonna block. Oops. Maybe not. Okay. Lows to finish the round. Oh, that was a Requiem. Dang it. Oh, you see that 4-3 whiff? I'm so sad. What do you do after this back one? Blocking. What about that? You're waiting. Okay. So because of that, we already are like, you see, like, you kind of have to, through the craziness, remember to get reads, right? Because this Leo's in our face right now. What do you do after this? Nothing. They just block. So that maybe I can start getting crazy, right? There's also a lot of lows here. Go for this throw. Oh, they sidestep there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and gain my heat just so that I'm not going to... Okay. And they go straight for this reversal. Got it. So now we're going to start putting up some resistance to those lows, right? That move is busted. Good block. Wow. Oh my god, the first time that move actually won the round. Usually doesn't. There's that low again. Nice throw. Okay. Good block, jeez. Oh no, I freaking panicked. I'm dead! I think Sniper, maybe putting it in really layman's terms, like, dash blocking is less good in this game because the game already has such good aggressive options that when they decide to press, they press with crazy moves. I don't know if that's essentially what they're saying. But it seems like that's what they're trying to say. Go for this throw. Moshikola, no, I was trying to get the charge for taunt. Oh, that's so messed up. I'm doing a lot of dash blocks into 4-3 now because they're stepping so aggressively. And then we can also try and get a bigger read there. Like this. And then drop the combo, which sucks. Nice, I did a hatchet. I think I could have done something faster, like 4-3 or down 4. Oh, nice. Nice, we win. Which combo sniper? To be honest, I'm not sure. Unreal. Use a couple more of these. Notice how, like, I'm just doing a single dash block into 4-3s and hatchets because this Leo basically does like a movement option or something once, and then we'll do something, right? I'm gonna play aggressive here. Yeah. Good step. Oh. I thought you could tech it, but you know what? You're right. He teched it. Because I'm so used to people not teching it that the only time it misses is because the character just has that type of hurt box. Because there are certain characters, mainly girl characters, that even if they don't tech it, it's not going to hit. I think that's what I was thinking. Probably why Sniper. So I was only used to it only being the character model's fault. I didn't even notice the fact that the Leo actually teched it. Yes, that's true. Oh, they see that? They walked for longer there. Nice. I thought I went for Power Crush. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for pointing out that he actually teched it, because I didn't realize. Oh man, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll go for a low. No, I'm not. I was gonna say I was gonna go for something, but I decided not to. We'll stick with our plan here of like doing a single dash forward into some kind of move. Because it's working. Moshi, I think if it's any... when I labbed it at the very beginning of 8, I thought it was almost identical to the 3+4 knockdown from Tekken 7, so I just assumed they were the same. Like, if there was... Like, if they teched it, you can tech. But yeah, you're right. The next time when we're in that situation, we could have gone for a taunt there. But Moshi, what I thought I did for the low parry combo was essentially, let's see. Let's get this Devil Jin to do like a low. That's not a low. What I thought I was doing was this. And the reason I did that combo was just because I didn't really value the distance, so I wanted to get a charge. That's what I thought the combo I went for was. It's just because it's an open stage, right? There's like, also I'm not super familiar on that stage yet as far as the distance is, so I also get a little bit thrown off by, like I'm not quite sure how far away it is, so I'm like, I assumed it's infinite, basically. Ooh, that is bad. Notice how this, Reina's kind of like playing that game of like staying in our face, and by actually dashing when they come in to attack, we're gaining, kind of getting that advantage. Ooh, nice. We're gaining the advantage of kind of negating the effect of that step. Nice, I dunked. I'm dead. Alright. Nice. Nice, nice. You can punch parry all of it after Hatchet. What about the kicks? We need to check a little, and good to see you, Waleed. I was gonna say we need to check our reactions a little bit there. So I did one just to wait to see what you did, and then I pressed anyway, which was bad. Nice. Nice stuff. Notice that stepping with her is actually giving us a pretty sizable, like, situation there. Bryan has some BS moves in this game. Okay. All right. Nice. I'm just gonna go for a throw here. That's crazy that clipped me. I'm sad. Good block. Man, I need to step a little better there. That's true, Sniper. It's not like Randa doesn't have anything crazy. But I think I forget about it because I do feel like this Bryan getting access, like having access to a 14 frame launch really kind of changes against like the Randa dynamic, I feel like. That duck is crazy. Oops. Ah! Ah! Dang it. we had the step, didn't have the launch. That's okay. There we go. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to practice that. Okay. Just trying to keep them at the wall here. Ah, dang it. I didn't believe. Nice. And we're just trying to play solid here. I am going to lead with down 4 there. See what they do. They come in. See that? We just like try something different in that round. Just to like throw them off a little bit. Nice. Okay. Ah, it's a 2-hit. Down 4 is really, really, really good. Okay. Messed up that combo. This is okay. Nice. Good patience from them. Bit tough of a couple games. I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get those steps super clean in those games, but that's okay. Also, due to side effects, I'm pretty sure I know that name. I'm pretty sure we played before or I've heard of them. But you can kind of tell, like, I am playing around with this idea of, like, Hatchet, dash forward, forward 3, you know, and we're just, like, messing around with it, right? We're not really, like, sure yet. We're getting a feel for things, but we're also trying to remember to watch and observe. Are they, Jet? Okay. And, Jet, you're in Texas, too, so I guess maybe I have heard of them before. Never mind. I have no idea then, Jet. I have no idea then. Or maybe it's I don't know.
Get ready for the next battle.
Toasty is in ATL and Atlians. I know Toasty's in ATL. Maybe I've seen some of his VODs before a long time ago. Maybe it was him. I'm not sure. All right, we have a double gen. What do you do here? Presses immediately. Oh wow, this double gen's crazy. Okay. Oh, I see the rank. I see. That might explain it, but okay. this throw here. And go for a frame drop there. Alright, we're just gonna block here. Alright, 1-1 into down forward. Interesting. Oh, I like that option. Nice, good punish. Good punish. So, I think one thing I'm already noticing is that they like to do 1-1. Oh, nice. They like to do 1-1 into either a mid or into a high crushing move, so that we don't want to, like, we're kind of like dissuaded from like mashing. So we're going to use that to our advantage a little bit and probably consider doing a down forward 2 there. Okay, nice. Good stuff. They don't play like they're Tekken King, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt here. They play really fast, though. Oh, interesting. Is that not a generic throw? Okay. Just go for a throw here. Of course, back 3. Okay. Cool. It's even. Probably true sniper. Okay. Okay, I like that. That's good. Go for this throw. Give him some space. What the? Okay, we won, but that's crazy. Their options that they're picking are a little bit strange. Like, they go for while standing 4-4 there, and I didn't launch it. There's a lot of punishable moves that we've been practicing, but, you know, in practice when everything's being thrown around, can become a little bit crazy. Okay, unfortunate. Go for this throw. Down forward 1 to down forward 1 into high. And when he spins, I can duck. I don't know. They seem pretty knowledgeable about Bryan. There's just something just smells off. Like, I don't think the rank is real. I was a little bit surprised he actually went for the extension there after the 1-1. Nice stuff. Nice. Okay. And using that string is just so strange. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Sniper, I think that's sort of what I'm trying to say. It's like, there's certain things they're doing where I'm like, that's really prescient of them to do that, right? One, down forward, 2. Down forward 1. Okay. It's really hard to get that read. Sure. Nice. We're gonna go for our heat here. Oops, never mind. Nice. Okay, we win. Because they pressed. But yeah, they're kind of, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like the speed and stuff that they're doing, kind of like, oh dang, like, what's happening here? But yeah, as you can tell, we've been practicing Devil Jin for a while, for a couple weeks now, 2 weeks, and we're still slow on those punishments. I'm not able to do it like breathing yet, and that's okay. But you can see, like, dash into forward 3 is working really well. Even against players that sidestep, it tends to just like neutralize it, and if they're blocking, we do dash into the hatchet, right? So our special it's doing okay, to be honest. That was a sick step. That was really good. Okay. Nice. Their timing is getting me for a little bit. But we'll try and survive. Go for this throw. Go for this. Nice. We'll take it. Nice stuff. So they chose to wait a little bit and then went for that low. That's actually pretty interesting. That's really important. That's crazy that worked. I basically was just trying to do something with the timing that they showed us. Alright, they've given us a gift. I'll do down 4 from the start. Notice that they're getting pretty aggressive. Good step. So after Hatchet, they've been stepping. Which makes sense for Lily. Nice. Got me stepping. Nice. Oh, I like that. I like that. I can't believe that, okay. Going for this. What? Oh my gosh. Good punish. Dang, nice stuff. This is a very sharp Lily. Let's see if we can't get a better read on this. I think the main thing is that they play very aggressively. That puts me on edge, right? That makes me nervous and makes me want to attack more. I need to be more comfortable with just like getting this this move in, and then being like, what do you do? Nice. And see, they're really comfortable with like attacking now, and that's like giving me a lot of like stress. Okay. We're getting close. For sure. Oh my gosh. Sure, I like that. Sure. Okay. So still stepping a lot. Nice. Still stepping a lot when we have those plus frames. So we need to take more advantage of it. Like, nice, I like that. Get that damage. That's true, Wooly, and I try to remind myself that. It is Gnome, and I'm not punishing it. Because I'm bad. Wow, that works so well. Nice. Make her hotkick plus 9, no thank you. Nice. Oh no, wall. Oh my gosh, nice. I might die. I'm not dead. Actually, I might be dead. I think I'm dead. Oh no. Oh, I'm alive. What are you gonna do? Nice, okay. The slide buff is really rough, my gosh. GG's to them, though.
Ready for the next battle.
That was a rough game, but honestly was like good practice, because like kind of remembering to keep your head above water while you're observing people is really hard. Like I find myself in situations like that, like remembering like you're a Lily, you like to sidestep, right? And just trying to just build upon that. And we actually fell upon this like kind of silly setup that we were doing there, where we did 1+2 into forward 3, because we got them so used to the idea of us doing both that all of a sudden we can just do 1 into a forward 3 and they would mash inadvertently in that situation. As we tried to like lock them down and make it about our offense, right? She does a sidestep. There's that sidestep? No.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice. Wow. Should have launched it, my bad. Ah! It's crazy to say Asuka's top 5 now. I used to have, there's this guy at my local that is an Asuka main and was always really down on his character. And then like they got buffed like that. And he's like, well, I guess I'll have to make the most of it. I can't complain anymore. We used to be like a massive racer. Big rager when it came to that stuff. I appreciate what they did there, trying to like feel us out if that was on purpose. Sure. I'm getting a little bit assumptive with like, I'm presuming too much of what's gonna happen. Nice low bear. And I need to do a few more like just patient back ones to try and feel them out because I'm mashing a lot now, as you can kind of see. And I did it again. So I need to be okay with just blocking. So let's ground ourselves a little bit, remind ourselves what has been working for us, and just remember that next time, no matter what happens, we're just going to take the lows from the Asuka, right? Block. They just backdash. What about now? Dash in our face. This time button. Side step. This time, dashes is in. Why are they dashing in? So if they're dashing in, maybe I can do this. Nope. I was wrong. That's okay. That'll happen. Okay. Shin Joker, good to see you. I'm staying warm. Hopefully you too. That step was beautiful. Okay. Nice. Okay. Does this work? Nice. We'll take that. Okay. Side steps that time. That's good. Again, that's crazy that that's their setup. Like that misses and they go straight for cartwheel. There's that side step. Nope. Nice. Wally, Tanti smash is going away. That's probably true. I'm gonna have to start actually doing the hard stuff every time.
Round one.
But it's so good. Whoops. Look at that. Pass. Nice. Nice. Notice they're just like full offense, right? That's okay. Oh my gosh. I like it. Sniper, you think they're gonna buff it again? They're like, oh yeah, we dropped the damage because it's a full launch now. Probably stay on the ground, right? Yeah. We'll enjoy the privilege while we can. Triple down, let's do it. Nice. Look at this, just pure aggression. I'm scared. Pure aggression. And I don't mind. I think we should, like, honestly just switch to a little bit more of a keep out. If we can. I'd say that and then I get counter hit. Oh my gosh! I'm dead! Oh my gosh! Yeah. I like it. Fair enough. I tripled down on my defense. So I think we lost anyway, but you can kind of see that the idea that we had was sound, but then we kind of fell to the throwing the kitchen sink at us, and I think that was also like due a little bit to panic. I don't like playing against Asuka. If y'all haven't noticed already, Asuka scares the crap out of me for some reason, even though like it's a good matchup for Bryan. But yeah, something about just like the offensive options that she has can be like really off-putting for me, especially given how good she is now. So I think part of it has to do with that, but like still, I think we could have been a little bit like more patient. Isn't really the word because she used a lot of lows, right? But like level-headed of like, okay, where are these lows, right? He backs up after that quarter circle back one. Okay. That's my 13. I was slow because I was thinking about it. Oh man, I ducked. And then I walked. Nice. Oh, I thought I broke it. I didn't. I'm gonna give him my time here. Oh wow, okay, I like that. I wonder if I'll fall for it next time. I did not, nice. I didn't fall for it. Throw. Where's my 4? I'm low berry, damn it! Oh man. That's okay. He has a second hit to his orbital. Let's see if we can deal with this. So, the first thing is that in the open, they kind of do this thing where they just throw out moves and they try to get you to like press, right? They're trying to get you to press. They're trying to get us, me, to press, and then catch us with something kind of silly, right? Ooh, I like that. So because of that, how do we deal with that? Okay, I ducked, that's okay. Oh, I just tried to step. Wait, that's not launch? Go for this throw. That makes sense, Joker. Like, having a second hit after your orbital seems bad. I'm starting to doubt. Starting to doubt. Something feels wrong. Slide you can't launch will lead? Man. Remember, this move is godlike. But we're just kind of slowing down. I'm trying not to like push the issue here and just let them be the aggressor as much as I can. See? Like, this is fine, right? Okay, he goes for the throw and we don't break it. That's fine. It could be worse. And that's like... Oh, no! Okay, well, we lost it. But like, see what I mean? Is like, we kind of needed to like force him to come in and then hopefully we would get an opening. We didn't, but that's all right. We didn't. We've been playing for an hour and a half, so like, I can feel my focus waning. Sniper, that's true. That's true. Or maybe it's just like, maybe I'm not good at blocking characters that I don't know, right? I do, Peter. I do, Peter. I will always run games. I got 30 minutes. Oops, that's the fight launch. That's not what I meant to do. When I'm blocking, I stand still instead of abusing the fact that you can block after moving around. I'm trying to, like, when I'm dashing in, I can actually block, is what you mean? Or do you mean that I can, like, sidestep block when I'm on the defense? Is that kind of what you're saying? I see. Okay, yeah. So it's like I'm not moving as much. Yeah, I think that's interesting. It's probably a holdover from when I stopped. What was it? When I stopped sidestepping so randomly. When I broke that habit and like figuring out how to intentionally sidestep. And I think that's probably again a matchup thing. Like against a Raven or something, I'm like I don't know where I'm supposed to step, so I don't. But I could backdash, maybe. It's a good point. I don't know immediately how to fix that. I thought I did, Peter. I can try again. Did you get it this time? Nice. He's here. All right. Let's see. Forever beginner, exactly. I'm forever doomed to ride the rank inflation wave. I'm gonna hit God of Destruction. It's only gonna be because more players have made it to like God of Destruction 4. Okay.
Get ready for the next battle.
Cool. So let's. Peter's a really good chance for us to already like we don't have to feel him out to see if he's good or not, right? So we can immediately start trying things and like learning, like practicing our observation. I think that's really the most important thing, and not so much like this is a habit, but like immediately trying to get like quick reads and stuff, and not being afraid to. Like cash in those reads and then like go back to observing, right? Experiment, you too, man. Let me know if there's anything you need. We'll put that Jeep in 4 high. So Peter, if we point out something that we're seeing him immediately. Oh man. Okay. We're seeing him immediately like challenge on a lot of these plus frames. Nice, quarter circle back too. Amelia, good to see you. And because of that, we kind of need to figure out how we're going to deal with that, right? I slowed down. My brain shut off for that sequence, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Notice I went for something bigger than a 10 frame. Ah! That was a sick duck. Okay, see? Made him do it. That's okay. Don't let him do it 2 times. More than 2 times. Oh my gosh. See what I mean? Stay on your toes, right? Like, you have to stay, like, ready to make that read and not be afraid. He's also paying attention to what we do, so we can kind of think of that on our defense as well. That's lucky. Does this do anything? Oops. That's supposed to be, how did that come out? Oh, I didn't do the full crouch from down 2, I see. That's funny. Nice. Notice he does a block there. He immediately goes for a mock hit. And we went for a down jab and just like missed each other, but it's interesting. Yeah, Snape, Sniper, good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. That's only +1. Wow. No! That was sick. That was sick! Oh my gosh. That was really sick. Okay, so I'm going to spend the next game, and I'm not going to say anything for a second, okay? I'm going to say nothing and see if what I can notice. Oops, that's punishable. That's gonna work out pretty well. Okay. So. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to say what I see at the same time. But the things that I'm thinking about here, and so I'm gonna probably say less, but the things I'm thinking about here are like, what is he doing after each of my moves? And like trying to immediately doing something to beat it, right? Like for example, and also we're doing things that are sort of like styling, I guess, in the sense like I'm +5, and I'm just forward dashing into a +5 into like a forward 3 instead of like choosing to like take my frames or something. See? Like that. And basically, trying to take my turn in a way... Oh, nice, I really like that. Trying to take my turn in a way that's, like, gonna punish him if he chooses to not finish the string, basically. I really like that. I actually was just about to block that hatchet kick. That was crazy. That was a crazy sequence at the end there. Also, to be gracious here, like, we do outgun Peter as far as combo optimization. I really like that. Why did I do that? He's literally testing us. I love how stubborn Peter's blocks are. Peter will hold that block for as long as he has to. See? I was not super confident with that pickup, so I went for that. Ooh. How did we guess that? That's crazy. How did we guess that? Nice, I really like that. Oh my gosh, I love that. I just wanted to go to the wall here. And we're ending with a lot of down forward twos. Just because I don't want to expose myself in that situation to death. Also, just because, as you can see, down 4-2's got some ridiculous range when it comes to Oki. Taxi stock, good to see you. Notice how I'm like kind of okay to just. I'm kind of okay to just block in some circumstances. Oh my gosh, I suck. Taxi stock, now we're just playing games with Peter, but what we were practicing was essentially the idea of when you're using open timing to force counter hits against a more patient player, using Hatchet as part of that to add a sense of urgency to this situation. Oh my god, I suck. That was a down 4-2-1, and I did 1+2. I suck so much at this game. Oh, that was beautiful. I love that. I really appreciate what he just did there. He did 3+4 into 3+4, which is like a bit of a tricky thing you can do. That was sick. Oh, he gave it to us. Okay. And notice how, like, we're playing that mind game even though I challenged him specifically in the very first game, right? Bryan mirrors are crazy, Jet. It's just, like, pure testosterone. That makes sense, Toxie. How's that been going for you? Notice how, like, we're slowing down a bit, right? That was a sick block. That was sick, too. Ooh, I like that idea. Good block. God, so stubborn with that. That was really sick. Really sharp step there. Nice, I like that. Notice he didn't dash forward, he just held forward because in that situation... Oops. Because in that situation, if I, like, my back's to the wall anyway, right? There's no distance that he's worried about, and that'll still realign with any stepping that I do. Okay. I'm dead! Peter's adapting. Alright, so let's, how's he adapting? Mainly, he's not so much finding the timing of the lows. He's like, I'm not going to find the timing of the lows. I'm just going to go for it, right? That's crazy. So let's see if we can't deal with that. You there, Pete? I feel like Peter's controller just unplugged. Okay. Alright. That's so messed up. See that? Uh-oh. Sick. Let's just go for this. Shin Joker, it is reliable. The pushback got... The thing is, the push... You know, like in Tekken 7, the pushback was big, right? Oh, shoot. It's a drop? That's funny. So, yeah, in Tekken 7... in Tekken 7, the pushback was such that Bryan couldn't get anything except Mach Punch, but I also think it was minus 15. In this game, they brought in the pushback so that now regular punishes work, but it's minus 14. So because of that, you can, like, jet upper it, yeah. Plus, jet upper already has, like, pretty good range without really needing much more help. It's just that, like, Bryan's original while standing 1 kind of had a Heihachi forward 2 effect to it, you know? It wasn't as egregious, but it was close, right? There were certain characters like Law that could consistently launch it in 7, though. I'm mashing! I'm mashing! Sure. Damn! He destroyed us. I wanted that Mach Punch so bad. You do, Shin Joker? That's tragic. What the heck? I didn't even bother with the heat there because he's not gonna attack there, so I don't. It's like kind of a waste of a resource. he's also feeling me out on that string. So I'm going to make the assumption that the next time nice, that we are in a pixel situation, he goes for that, I'm gonna assume the mid comes out. Granted, if he hears me, it's all over. Nice. Ah, I'm freaking dead. Or close to it. That could have been really bad. We got really lucky there at the end. Okay. Nice. You gotta throw those orbitals out. Oh, sick! Don't let me... I'm gonna fight off this wall if it kills me. Fort 3 counter hit is crazy. Fort 3 is one of Bryan's just most like stupid, rage-inducing moves, I feel like. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like it's better than Steve back one. Well, if you think of it in context of Bryan's kit, right? I agree with you, Moshi, but we're not pulling, we're just fighting. Wait, he blocked it. Oh man, that would have been sick. Shit. I do not like where this is going. Sure. Oh, I didn't get the punish. Whoa! Peter's a genius. Friggin' busted out the scrolls on me. He's been doing 2 this entire time, right? So he's been setting it up. But yeah, he's tested me with the ancient scrolls on that one. Nice one, Barry. Very good rage art, though. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, it doesn't work like that. Get up! Okay. That was crazy! I'm going for this because of, that is messed up. But, yeah. I didn't have to kill on that wall, so... Do we get it? Oh my gosh. Yikes.
Round 1.
Okay.
Fight.
Unfortunate. want the wall this time. He's pressing a little bit on wake up right now because he thinks I'm going to do taunt. Ooh, nice wolf tail. Nice! Oh my gosh. I'm getting destroyed. What is happening? Oh my god. I'm trying to learn from him. Just like... There is a lot of guessing in this game, but also sometimes it's like turning it into a mind game, right? Save the combo there. Classic Bryan. In this game, at least. I really appreciate what he just did there. Oh my god. I think he could have killed me there. I think he probably could have killed me there. If he had the right combo, that would have been wall. And he had heat. Moshi, I think that's honestly like a good start, right? That was crazy. Oh, I like that. Look at all this lack of respect going on. Oh, leave me alone! Oh my gosh. We're just gonna smash it. Whoops. How do you like it, Peter? He always ducks my messed up mod punches, so that was therapy. Oh man, why did I step there? What was the point of that? Oh, my heat left, right? And I did choose to match. We're just gonna block. I'm okay with blocking. Like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that move kind of tracks on. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. All right, Peter, can we do one more? Just one more? These have been really fun though, and I feel like it's been good. It's good like mental stamina. Like how long can you keep like getting reads and then paint, like executing on them? Oh, you tech roll. Kind of make my way out. Ooh. The range on that is pretty messed up. I'm not falling for this. Oh my gosh, nice block. Nice, 4-3. Off of the second one, too. Oh, nice. Good walk there, damn. That was crazy. He actually either knew something was up. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Go to that wall. Oh my god. Very sharp. That's scrubby, what I did. I'm not getting up. Oh my gosh. That was really good too. He's locked in. He's gonna win this one. He's gonna make sure he wins. We gotta stop him. Got so lucky there stopping the snake edge. Wow, that's sick. Moshi, a read is essentially like, if you know that every time you do back one, let's go through an exercise here. Like, do you play Bryan? Like, every time, oh my gosh, leave me alone. Oh, you got it. Okay, good games, Peter. That was really good. So Moshi, I like to break it down like this. If you absolutely know, that was really fun. Thank you so much for the games. I think that was really good practice that I needed. So, like, being forced to just kind of, like, play the observation game, but also keep doing it, because some of my matches, and I don't mean this in any, like, disrespect towards my opponents, because I'm in their same ranks, but, like, some of the matches feel like it devolves down to get the read and then cash in for 3 games. 2 to 3 games. And, like, sort of, like, hold the line, so to speak. Like, they always tech, they always do this, and just, like, don't second guess yourself, right? But, yeah, a practice with you, Peter, is, like, at least I'm forced to, like, keep adapting, keep paying attention, and that's good practice. So, we're really quick. I'm going to talk through this, what making a read means, Motion, and then we'll do our sign-off. So, making a read, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to expect a response. So, let's say you do back one. No, let's do something easier. Let's say you do Hatchet, and every single time your opponent does hop kick. Okay? Is that a good example? Maybe. Let's see. Let's do something a little bit better than that. Like, they just do a slow move, right? They do, like let's say you're playing the Bryan mirror, right? You do Hatchet, and every single time Bryan does forward 3, right? What would you do if every single time you hit Hatchet, your opponent does forward 3 in response? Okay, gotcha. Well, I can list out a lot, and it's not going to be all of them, okay? So there's 2 categories of reads. You're getting reads on what you are doing, and you're getting reads on what your opponent is doing. So, like, what I mean is, like, you're getting reads on a situation like back one, right? Gotcha. What I'm doing is I'm going, all right, after back one, what are you doing? On back one on block, what do you do? What do you like to do? Now, after Hatchet, what do you like to do? After down 4, what do you like to do? After down back 3, what do you like to do? And I've spent the better part of a year just getting really good at paying attention to each of those situations, and very quickly gone, this person really likes to sidestep left against back one. Jet upper catches that every time, So I'm going to now do that. And the point being that I can do that a lot faster, so now I start thinking about other situations, like what are you doing after my 10 frame punish? What are you doing after my forward 3? What are you doing when I dash into your face? And then also on the flip side, I spend a lot of my mental energy now thinking, what are you doing when you're attacking me? When are you choosing the sidestep? When are you choosing, after what move are you choosing to do some kind of reversal? And it's easier the better I'm, like the more familiar I am in the matchup. But the idea is that by getting a read, I mean a read founded on evidence. Like, I think that's the best way. It's like, show your work, right? Why did you do back 1 into forward 3? And it's like, oh, because every single time they did a 15 frame move. They did down forward 2 every single time. So I just forward 3'd because I know they're going to do that. Why did you choose to taunt every time at the wall? Or why did you choose to soccer kick every time at the wall? Because they always stay down at the wall, or something like that, right? And because of that, that's sort of what I mean, is that and that's why Peter's saying, like, talking about RAM, right? Like, there's something you hear in the fighting game community. I think the more common term is mental stack, but it's basically computer RAM, right? It's how many things can you think about at the same time and paying attention to at the same time in a match while things are happening in a match. It's very similar to learning a language, right? When I'm learning a language, or when I'm speaking English, I can say everything that I want to say because I don't have to struggle to find the word to say the thing that I'm thinking, right? When I'm trying to figure out memory or mental stack in English, it's no problem. If I say it in Mandarin or Japanese, I'm going to pause and I'm going to be like, oh crap, what is that word? And I have to think about it for a bit because it's not instinctive. And that's sort of what it's like. Can you get reads on what your opponent does after back 1, hatchet kick, down forward, down 4, and forward 3 all at the same time, right? Can you do all 4 of those twice each, maybe in different orders, and remember what their response was to every one of them? That's what RAM means in this context. And the follow-up question is, do you know how to punish those reactions for each one of them? And where it really gets interesting is, like, let's say you're dealing with an opponent that, like, sidesteps or ducks. What is the answer to sidestep or ducks on Bryan? It's 1+2, right? Because 1+2 tracks and it catches a ducker. So it's like being able to so like getting a read is essentially, I saw them do these 2 times. I think based off of this, I'm going to predict they're going to do it again because this is what they like to do, right? And then it gets even deeper. Like in the game against Peter, I'm going to give one perfect example, okay? In game 1, Peter had me at the wall, and he was pressuring me with down forward 1 to end the round. And he did 4 down forward 1s, and I did forward 3 and counter hit him. Because it's -10, and I thought, rather than take my 10 frame punish, I'm going to make a hard read. A hard read means you have no evidence. Hard read is just pure gut. That's a whole other skill that some people have. I made a hard read that he's going to go for a move, so I got the 4-3. And now, like, 6 games later, we're in the exact same situation, and I'm like, I remember this. Last time I did 4-3. And Peter goes, I remember this. Last time he did 4-3. Peter makes the prediction that I'm going to do the same thing again. So he finishes it, and I make a hard read again that Peter noticed it, so he's going to finish it this time and happen to get the punish. But the point being that all of a sudden, based off that single situation where my very first reaction was the forward 3 after there, we started getting to this really bizarre mind game with the machine gun punches because of that, right? Peter was finishing it a lot as a result because he knew that was something that I was willing to do, right? And yes, exactly. What Peter's saying is exactly correct. Like, there is the level 1 of this that I think everyone can start doing is really simple. I saw them do this 2 times in a row. They're going to continue to do this until I start punishing them. And then maybe at some point they're going to wake up and they're going to, wake up or never and do something differently, right? They're going to be like, they may notice, like, wait a minute. Every single time he does back 1, he does jet upper, and I'm getting launched, or something like that, right? I'm gonna duck this guy, or something. And it's really like up to, not chance, but like up to your opponent how quickly they notice that, right? They're gonna start losing until they figure it out, but at the same time, like it's up to us in a game like Tekken that's like, you give an inch and you lose a mile, right? To stay on our toes, essentially. But I do think, Moshi, as far as getting reads from the beginning, depending on where you're at, I actually don't think I thought you said you just started, but maybe I misunderstood that. But like, no matter where you are, you're either just getting used to seeing what they do and punishing it, or once you see what they do, getting a feel for how quickly they adapt, right? And that's a whole extra like concept. And I think the way to practice that is to start one move at a time, right? Build a really deep and complex mind game with down 4, right? Okay, yeah, Moshi. So yeah, you never master it exactly, but you can keep honing it. So like with Bryan, it's like I'm gonna start with down 4. I'm just gonna. Actually, I don't even think you should start with down 4. If you're newer to the game, I'd start with frickin' back 1 or something, right? Like, you start with back 1, be like, what do they do? Get comfortable with back 1 into block, right? And they're like, oh, they're pressing something. Yeah, start with back 1 and hatchet, exactly. Start with back 1 and hatchet, and be like, what do they do? Are they mashing? Forward 3. Are they sidestepping? Do one of your tracking moves. Are they ducking? Hell, orbital them. You know what I mean? Like, you could go with, like, really, really high reward options against those reactions. And the reason good players play so fast is that, you know, they're so used to doing these things, they make these decisions a lot quicker, right? It's just like with a language. People speak faster when they're native. People speak slower when they're learning because they still have to like piece the plan together, right? Whereas like you can almost have these flowcharts, right? Where it's like, when I do this, most people start doing this, so I'm just going to try it on them, right? Especially for best of 3s, it's really useful. But hopefully that's helpful. I'm always here if you have other questions, so, you know, happy to talk about it, especially in the Discord. So, I think that is plenty of standing on my soapbox. Oh, okay, yeah, and honestly, having timing reads, Moshi, is going to be useful, regardless. That's going to be useful as well. It's just, that's like, there's 2 different reads, right? A timing read is, if you have a natural timing read, Bryan, Steve, and Paul are all really good characters to play for that reason. Because they are characters that do naturally fit players that intuitively get your timing, right? So they are good characters to learn, and if you're looking for other characters to try, I would try those 2 as well. Steve can be a little bit weird to start, but you can't always default to it. Yes, you can't always default to it, but it will make you feel comfortable when you're playing. And I think you should learn to make observational reads, and that's where it'll get really interesting for you, to be honest. And just start with one move. What do you do after back 1? And be okay with blocking. Even if that block means they hit you with a low. That means they're a nut. That means you can forward 3 them, right? And yeah, to Peter's point, the reason timing reads get you in trouble is because a timing read requires you to commit to a button, right? Like, you have to commit a button to get a timing read, like on quarter circle back 1. Whereas to defensively get a timing read, better players can start, like, either changing up their timing, that's where it really gets scary, and that's what I've been practicing, right? Or they can just, like, low committal with a sidestep, and now you're launched, if you guessed wrong. So, like, with Bryan, you can make a timing read against him every time you sidestep in the open. Because maybe you're going to catch quarter circle back 1, right? That's kind of the reason. So, but anyway, I think that's been enough of that. I'm going to do our sign-off. If you're coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. We really love seeing the new people show up. And if you ever want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VONTIBAN. We stream Tekken Bryan, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday Central Time. The first hour is a labbing session where I've been working on building out a punishment spreadsheet as well as committing to weekly punishment training drills. We didn't do it today, but we'll hopefully do it tomorrow if my power doesn't go out. And the next 2 hours are these structured learning sessions where we try to take a concept and we try to expound upon it and just like practice getting really good and natural at it so that we can do it as second nature. If you didn't catch any of that, the schedule is in your description down below, as well as a link to our Discord, as well as that spreadsheet that I alluded to, called Bryan's Gym. And be sure to join our community if you'd like to join our community of like-minded players trying to just get better at the game together, no matter how long it takes. So with that being said, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.